So I'm going to be swatching the new MAC Liptensity Lipsticks. You guys, my first love affair was with MAC makeup. And I remember watching, the first time I ever found the beauty community was when I was looking for, on YouTube, actually I googled it and it led me to YouTube. I was looking for new MAC lipsticks to purchase. So the fact that I was sent PR from MAC is like this really exciting thing for me. What I would think about when I started was like, oh my gosh, like one day if I ever was like involved with MAC in any sort of form or fashion, I don't know why to me that's like was like the ultimate. So anyways, they have a new limited edition collection coming out and they sent me all of the shades. Now I also got some of the price info about them, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, and then I'm going to do what we all like, which is a lip swatch video. Now I tried one of these on yesterday when I first got them and I really wanted to see, and I loved it. I loved it. I will tell you, the one shade that I did try on had no scent to it. And then I kept hearing everyone say, oh, these all have a vanilla scent. They all have a vanilla scent. And I was like, not that one that I tried on. I have one lipstick in my entire bunch, which is probably my favorite color, and it has no scent to it. So, but they all, the rest of them I did check, they all smell like vanilla. So I just got one fluke one. But anyways, that classic vanilla scent. Now these are interesting because they are a partnership. Maureen Seabird. She's someone who has the genetic ability to see up to 100 million hues that are imperceptible to the average naked eye. How cool is that? So she can see more colors than the rest of us. So MAC has created an unprecedented spectrum of 24 shades. These have extreme undeniable color intensity, which they do. They have full pigment using our groundbreaking high frequency technochromatic pigment technology. These are available online September 20th and available in store on the 21st through the November 17th. So they are a limited edition product, like I said. The bullet of these reminds me a lot of the, well, it's a little bit different because they have the color, coordinating color on top. The packaging of them reminds me a lot of the Cream Sheen Supreme. Why am I not knowing that? Sheen Supreme. What's wrong with you? The Sheen Supreme lipsticks. So the packaging reminds me a lot of the Sheen Supreme lipsticks, which those are all black. And these have a matte color coordinating lid and then a color coordinating right here when you open. So these are packed full of pigments. What I love about these, when I tried a few colors yesterday, this was the color that I wore pretty much all day and it lasted. They have a long wear lasting effect on them. They're super comfortable, creamy, but they're not too creamy that they like shift and move. So they're packed full of pigment. They're comfortable on the lips. I wouldn't say they're matte. They're like a satin creamy finish. Some of them have a little bit more of a gloss to a glossiness to them. Others like I feel like this color in particular, this is in Driftwood. This color sits a little bit more of a satin on the lips, but all super duper comfortable. So you'll see the difference of the sort of some of them that are a little bit more creamy in the swatches and the lip swatches. And I will also swatch them on my arm so that you can see that as well. But they're very comfortable to wear, and like I said, I wore this one yesterday. I ate and everything, and it stayed put on my lips. So 24 shades there, $21 each. As you can see, there is quite a spectrum. So I'm gonna start with the nudes and go around, because since they are so highly pigmented, I have a feeling by the end they're going to stain the lips a little bit. So let's just get started and see how these look on the lips. Okay, let's start with this color in Driftwood. This was one of my favorites. This was the one that I wore all day yesterday. It applies so pigmented and creamy. It's just a really nice, dusty, almost like mauve-y nude shade. This is the color Dough, and it's a nice nude. It has a little bit of brown in it and a little bit of like a peach in it. I love this one as well. It goes on super creamy. This one in Smoked Almond turned out to be one of my favorites as well. I really liked the way it looked on. It's a little bit deeper than Dough,
and I just liked it with the eye look that I had on today. This one also went on extremely creamy, but had a little bit more of a shiny finish. Next is Toast and Butter. Again, a little bit darker, a little bit more with those brown pigments in it. This is a nice neutral brownish shade if someone's wanting to try a little bit more brown but nervous. This color is CORDOVAN. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I thought it was going to be more of a brown, but it's has more of like a burgundy to it. This is DIONYSUS. I know I'm not saying that right. This is going to be like one of my favorite go-to fall shades. This had a little bit more of a shiny finish to it, but super beautiful. Now for Burnt Violet. This one was a little bit drier. It's still pigmented, but it was a little bit more patchy than the rest. But I love this shade on, so I'm going to be willing to work with it. So Double Fudge is like the classic brown shade. This is like a brownie, a deep chocolate brownie. I loved the way that this one applied, and I really liked the way it looked on. Then there's Stallion. I don't think I'm going to wear this very much. It's a true black, but I think it's always fun to have a nice black lipstick in your collection, especially for Halloween, but this is probably not one that I will be wearing very often. And same with Blue Beat. This was extremely patchy, as you can see from the swatch. It was a little bit drier than the rest. It took a lot of finesse to kind of get it working. Probably not a color that I'm going to wear often. This one is Galaxy Gray. Super interesting color. I love this like gray, smoky, purple color. It's super interesting. I don't know if it's going to be an everyday shade, but it's a fun shade. This is HELLEBORE. This is a beautiful like mulberry shade. I really liked this one. Pretty purple. Purples are always like a go-to for me. Then Ambrosial. This is like a hot magenta color. Very, very pretty, very wearable for that sort of like mid-tone. It's not too bright, but it's a great, it has enough purple and pink in it, is what I will say. This one was really, really comfortable on. This is MARSALA. This is one of my favorites in the darker colors. It applied super buttery and creamy. I liked how this one was more of like a pinky red color. Now this is CLARETCAST. I'm not even sure how to say that. Again, another like pinky reddish shade, really pretty. And this one is super creamy on the lips as well. Eros is a little bit more of a coral pink. I liked this color. Again, applied super creamy. These darker shades and more reds were very, very creamy and buttery on. Now moving into some more red tones. This is Life's Blood. We're getting into more of the classic reds coming up. Life's Blood is super creamy and beautiful. I really liked this one on. Mulling Spices is a little bit more a different tone. As you can see, this has a little bit more orange in it. This is a beautiful color, super duper creamy, has like a nice sheen to it. I think this is the most classic red that there was in the collection. Well, maybe Fireworks was. I don't know, Fireworks seemed a little bit more of a duller red. It didn't have as much of a sheen as the other ones. It was a little bit more subdued. Now Habanero, we're getting into more of the orangey red shades. I love this one. Again, another really, really creamy. Went on super well and felt super comfortable on the lips. How many times can I say super? Super. Lobster is a little bit lighter of an orange. I loved this. I like the name Lobster. I really liked this shade. I think it's a pretty summer color. So I'm kind of sad summer. It's coming into fall now and summer's over. But Postmodern is a pretty like corally pink color. It's that perfect combination of a coral with a little bit of a light pink to it. I really liked this shade. And then Gumball, which is more of a bright gumball pink shade. I don't know how much wear I will get out of this color because I've kind of moved away from them, but it's still really beautiful. And then the last shade is Medium Rare, and this is just a nice neutral wearable pink shade. I really, really liked this one, and it was really, really creamy, and I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this shade.
Okay, so those are all 24 swatches on the lips. Hopefully you guys saw a few colors in here that you would like. What I would say about them are they are extremely pigmented. There were only a couple of patchy colors. Most of them applied super well. Some are a little bit more, have a little bit more of a gloss to them, apply a little bit more creamy than others, but they all feel very comfortable on the lips. So I think that these are a great new addition, a really fun color line. So hopefully when September 20th comes, you have a few ideas of what colors you might want to pick up from the line. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below so that you don't miss a video, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.